What?
Why should we talk?
As I mentioned before, like the items and like weapons and stuff that you get in the game, you know, it makes it kind of cool that you can see them like on Laura's, you know, her clothing, like her clothes, basically. So like certain guns or whatever weapon you have equipped at the time, you know, you can see it on her. Like if you have like the bow and arrow, you can see it on her back, you know. If you have like a rifle equipped, you would see it on her back. So I always thought that the detail they had in that was kind of cool, you know. You could see whatever like weapons she had, you know, especially if you had it equipped. And like the side weapons, you know, like the pickaxe she has, that long thing right there, with like the hook on it. It has that hook on it. That's like something that she uses for climbing. But you can also use it as a weapon to attack your enemies. Like in stealth mode, like when you're sneaking up on them, you can like hit them in their like head and like pull them to the ground and stuff, you know. But it's primarily used for like climbing, you know. Because you can even enhance it in the game, you know. Because like in the game, when you're at the base camp, you can like upgrade your items and weapons and stuff like that, you know. Basically, Lara Croft's like her skills too, you can like upgrade, which is kind of fun too. And I have always been into upgrading, you know. So you can actually make like the axe better, you know, and stuff like that. Make it even better and stuff. Like I mentioned before, like the action scenes, boy, they were fun. Like whenever you got into a gun battle, I don't know what they did, you know, like the creators of it, but it was truly like fun. When you shoot your gun, I mean, it was so fun just shooting like the guns or like the control scheme for it. It was superb, really superb. The way they did that. Just having like gun battles, like you really will have fun with them.
We should head back after this game.
Sure. We'll be over soon anyway. Your king is
I mean, just the feel of the gun itself is like, you know, like the shoot. It's fun. You know, you shoot and loot your enemies after you kill them or whatever. You can loot them for like ammo and stuff like that, like items and stuff, you know. Like right now I'm like in like a enemy territory, enemies in this area, so you can go in areas where there are no enemies, you know, and just be kind of just spawn freely. But in this area right here, it's like enemies and stuff, you know. And I like the kind of almost like first-person shooter perspective that they have on Lara now when she's shooting. That's kind of cool. Like when she's holding the gun, it kind of looks like you know, the Resident Evil form for Leon Kennedy, you know, or like Resident Evil 5 with Chris. You know, that's how they changed and put up that perspective, almost like a first-person perspective, but it's not really first-person, so you can still see them. But you can see like their hands, you know, like on the back of them when they're shooting. I thought that was kind of cool, like when they did that. Even like the Dead Space games like that, when you playing as like the protagonist, Isaac Clarke, he's like that too, you know, when he's shooting is like from like a first person perspective. I thought that was kind of cool how they took that gameplay effect. And the gun battle was really, I think it was really that rifle. But even like the shoot, just like the handgun was fun. But like if you had like the machine gun, like rifle on, that was fun. That was shooting, that was really fun. But I noticed that the enemy in the game, which are all men mostly, they seem to look big and like dumb. That's one thing I kind of like noticed about it, you know. See, that's my commentary for Tomb Raider, and this is Jdsgamer.